When I was young, I always imagined living in a big house with a swimming pool in the back and big trees that wrapped around the whole property. I imagined driving a luxury car, wearing only the finest tailored clothes, spending my weekends on a sailboat watching the sunset. Honestly, I thought this was what everyone wanted, because we as a society idolize celebrities and movie characters who live this kind of lifestyle. We see this as the epitome of success, and therefore happiness. And don't we all deserve that same happiness? And now in my 30s, what I want in life has completely changed. And it's not like I've lowered my standards in any way, but I'm realizing that I don't need any of these things to be truly happy or to feel successful. And that got me thinking, there's a lot of different things that I would never buy, even if I had the money. I thought that I would share some of them with you today. And of course, this list is very subjective to me and my lifestyle. I'm not here to judge anyone on their spending habits or their lifestyle, but I thought it would be interesting to share my perspective as someone who values a minimalist lifestyle. So here are 10 things that I would never buy, even if I had the money. The first thing that comes to mind is buying a bigger house. I am a big fan of real estate. I love looking at different houses and the architecture, interior design. But one thing that I will never spend my money on is buying a bigger house for us to live in. Some of you guys know that we've divided up our 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. My husband and I, with our 2 dogs, we live upstairs in our 800 square foot space. I feel like that's more than enough space for us. My goal is actually to reduce down even more so we can live in a cozier space, because it feels like we're always together in one room anyways, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I feel like the bigger the home, more liability, more that we have to upkeep and also clean up, and that's just not how I want to spend my time and my money, even if I can afford it. I flew first class for the first time a couple months ago. My sister actually upgraded my seats because she knows how scared I am of flying, and it was such an amazing experience. But knowing how much the tickets really cost, I don't think I could justify spending that much for a luxurious travel experience on a regular basis. I do think it would be worth it for some people, like my parents, for example. They have to travel back to Korea. It's a long flight. And for me, I feel like I'm in my early 30s. I don't need that extra leg room and the convenience and the comfort. So I'm okay. I'm okay to save that seat for someone who needs it and actually appreciates it. Haircut is probably not a big deal for most people anyways. But for me, every time I went to the salon, the costs really started adding up. So I decided I was going to cut my own hair, and I've been doing it ever since. I invested in some really nice shears. I found a YouTube video for a haircut that I really liked, and I can never see myself going back to the salon for a simple haircut again. Some things are better left to the professionals, but if I can do it at home for much cheaper, I will always try and take that route. For example, cooking or tailoring my clothes or doing some quick home repairs. What I really like is that I'm gaining knowledge and skills to do these things on my own, which I think is an added bonus. While I can really appreciate the beautiful craftsmanship and the quality fabrics of designer handbags and clothing items, this is something that I just don't care to spend my money on. First, I don't have anywhere to go where I can wear these things. And second, I don't think I can handle the responsibility of taking care of it, like taking it to the dry cleaners or hand washing it. I don't mind paying a little bit extra for what the clothing is actually worth, but when it comes to high-end or luxury items, some of the brands, you're not just paying for the clothing item, but you're paying for the marketing and also the brand name, which I really don't want to spend my money on. And honestly, there are so many amazing brands out there who offer ethical, affordable, and good quality items that better suit me and my lifestyle, so I would rather invest in those pieces instead. Ever since I started my YouTube channel, I'm always tempted to upgrade my gear. I'm always thinking, okay, if I upgrade my camera, I'm gonna get better results, I'm gonna get better quality. And this is true to a certain point, but I think I was getting a little bit carried away. And the thing is, I already have such a nice camera with different lenses, and it works fine for what I'm doing for now. Instead of working with what I already have, improving my storytelling, my filming or editing skills, I feel like I'm depending on new technology and gadgets to deliver better results. It's not that I'm going to never upgrade my equipment, but I want to appreciate what I already have and make the best use out of it. I used to love going to fine dining restaurants. It's such an experience, not just the food, but the getting ready and the atmosphere and the beautiful presentation. Even though I really appreciate fine dining for what it is, I actually prefer more laid-back restaurants. One where I don't have to dress up. I can go and it tastes like a home-cooked meal. It's a little bit different each time. And I can go with my friends and family and have long conversations. I know these two are completely different dining experiences, but regardless of the cost, if I had to choose between the two, I would always choose the hole in the wall or the mom and pops. I always walk my dogs next to these resorts on Maui, and I would always dream in staying in one of them. But the more that I traveled, I noticed how little time I actually spent in the hotel room. And usually my traveling consists of lots of walking and exploring, coming back to the hotel just to sleep. I think a resort stay would be perfect for someone who really needs to relax and get away from everything for a while, but that's just not my ideal way of traveling. You can probably tell by now that I'm really practical. A car to me is a vehicle that gets me from point A to point B, and it really doesn't matter what kind of car I have. In fact, if I could walk instead, bike, or use public transport, I will definitely take that route. I have the 2012 Toyota Hybrid, and that's been paid off for a long time now. It's reliable, it's compact, great on gas, and to me, that's more than I could ask for in a car. I recently visited LA and I could see why delivery services would be valuable there. A lot of people don't own cars and maybe finding parking is impossible. Like I mentioned in my latest video, the convenience would be for people who actually need it, but my lifestyle really doesn't call for any delivery services. It might sound odd to a lot of people, but I actually love picking out my own produce. I love just wandering around the grocery store. Food shopping is one of my favorite things to do. It's just become a big part of my routine. So delivery services is truly not necessary for me and my lifestyle. This is more of a category than a specific thing, but if I can avoid paying full price for an item, I will always take that route. Now with online shopping, there are so many options with cashback apps, price matching, secondhand shopping, discount codes. It does take a little bit more time to plan and also to strategize, but I think it's worth it to save a little bit more money and to be a smart shopper. I can think of so much more, but these are the 10 that come to mind. Let me know in the comments if you would add to that list, if you agree with me or disagree with me. I would love to know. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here and supporting me. You can also follow me on Instagram at @malamalife for more real life updates. I really appreciate you guys watching until the end. And until next Tuesday, take care guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.